Welcome back to my channel, How To Teens Edition. Today we're going to be learning how to make this Arrowhead Friendship bracelet out of embroidery floss. If you're a teen who's interested in learning some new hobbies, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you a list of materials that you might need for this project. So the most important one is embroidery floss. I've got mine right here. I've picked 6 colors that I think form a nice gradient, and you're going to do the same thing with any colors you like. So I've got 6 here, and you can buy this off of Amazon. I've got tape, scissors, and something to tape your project to. The first thing you want to do is with each pack of floss, you want to cut 2 pieces of string, each enough to go around your wrist approximately 4 times. I'll be right back once I do that. So I'm back with my strings that are cut, and now the first thing we want to do is we want to arrange our colors on our book or whatever we're taping it on. So the first thing you want to do is grab your first color. It might not be your darkest depending on your order. My first is this light purple, so I'm going to put it first. Then I'm going to take your second color, in my case is a medium-ish purple. So you're going to take it, and again you want to put it right next to it. Next, you're going to take your lightest color. Mine is a blue. So I'm going to grab the blue and I'm going to put it right next to it. The order might not look right now, but as you start making the bracelet, it will. Then you want to get your next darkest color. Mine is my dark purple. Put it right there. Then you want to grab your second lightest color. Mine is a dark blue. And lastly, you want to grab your periwinkle. So now you're going to repeat this on the other side. You're just going to flip it, so the order is just reversed. So you're going to put the periwinkle, the blue, and the purple. And every so often you want to hold it and move them out so that they don't get tangled. And after the purple, you want to put the blue, then the light purple, the darker purple, and then the lighter purple. So now once you have this, you want to hold onto it and then arrange your strings down here if they got a little bit tangled before you tape it on. Pat it out and make sure, if they keep falling, it's normal. Just want to make sure that this is here. Mine are getting caught up, which is, this is my order. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take your tape and rip off your first piece. The first piece, it's important to put it exactly at the edge of whatever you're taping and press it on real good. And now you can move it because your strings are in order. So now I'm going to take more tape and I'm just putting it on. It can be in random spots. You just want to ensure that it will not come off. I put like 3 or 4 horizontally, and then you want to take 2 and just overlap them all here to make sure that they won't detach. Really, this, you can do it however you want, as long as when you pull your strings, they remain in the same spot. Alright, now we're going to start with the knots. I'll show you the first row. If you don't know how to do the knots, I'll do them slowly at the beginning. So you always start by taking pairs, take the first 2, and we're going to do 1 forward knot. So you want to make a 4, like so. Put your hand through the hole and grab the string and pull. You always do it twice to make sure that the knot will not open. So you want to have a 4, take it, pull it, and that's 1 knot. Now we're going to do this for the next pair. So you're going to grab the next pair, and again you're going to do a 4, like so, and take this, and so you always do it twice, and that's the second knot. And now let's get the last 2 pairs on this side, and let's do it again. 4, twice. Alright, we did the first 3, and now we just reached the middle. You always want to invert your knots on the other side. So we're going to take the next 2, and we're going to do the same thing, except this time we're going to be doing the 4 the other way. So you have your string, you're making the 4 this way, put your hand through the hole, pull it, 4 this way, put your hand through the hole, pull it. So that's 1. Now you want to take your next pair and do that again, hand pull, and pull. And now last knot for this row, I'm going to grab the last two and do exactly what you did with the past two. Click a 4, pull it, and 4, pull it. And that's row number 1. And so now we just did row number 1. It might not look like much, but if you look closely, you can see the knots. Now row number 2. We always alternate when we're using the side strings and when we're not. So since we just used them, we're going to move these side strings to the side, just like so, so that we're not using them. We're going to grab the first two, and we're going to be doing a special knot. So like you remember from last time, you always have to do 2 knots. So the first one you're going to be doing in this direction, tighten it, and the second one you're going to be doing in this direction. So the string is back in the direction it was before. Now you're going to grab the next two, and you'll see again, do the first one in this direction, and the second one in this direction. And now in the middle, you'll see the colors are the same, so it does not matter in which direction you do your knots in. So I'm doing mine a basic knot, just to not make it too complicated. Now next one, you're going to take your next two, and you're going to do one this way, and one this way. And then last one, you do the same thing you just did, one this way, and one this way. Just like so. Alright, so we just did row number 2, and now you can bring back the sides again because we didn't use them last time. We're going to be doing one normal type of knot, but we're just going to be doing it this way. 2 of those. And now take the next pair and again 2 of those. Then you'll take the middle and this one and do 2 again of those. Just like so. And now again, we're at the middle, so we're gonna mirror what we just did. So again, 2 knots, but this time you're making it this way. 1, 2, and then last knot for this row between the last 2. And that is row 3. Now we're going to move on to row 4. So for row 4, again, we're going to be using a special type of knots. So since we just used the sides, we're not going to use them this time, so you can move those off to the side. And now grab the first 2, and we're going to be doing the first knot this way, outward, and then the second knot inward, just like so. Then take the next 2, and again, the first knot outward, and the second knot inward, like so. And now in the middle, you'll notice again, it's the same color of strings, so you can tie them however you like. I'm going to be doing a simple knot just to make it easier. Twice. 1, 2. And then we're going to be taking next 2, and we're going to be doing the special knots but in mirror view. So the first one is going to be going to the right, and the second one is going to be going to the left. And last knot for this row, outward and inward. And that is row 4. Now for row 5, we're going to be bring back the sides and take the first 2 and do in the same direction 2 knots to the right. String gets tangled, it's okay, you can just slow down and untangle it. Then take your next 2 and then again 2 to the right. And then last 2 on this side, take it, and 2 to the right again. And now last 3 knots we're going to be doing in mirror view. So they're just all going to be going to the left. It's the same type of knot. So 1, 2, and 3. And that is the end of row 5. Alright, so now we will be doing row number 6. So since we just used the sides, you can get rid of them now. And so we're going to grab the first 2, and we're going to be doing a classic knot to the right. So you can grab it, move it to the right, and again, like this, move it to the right. Perfect. So then you're going to take the next 2, and you're going to do this exact same thing that we just did. To the right, twice. And now you'll realize that we reached the middle. The middle has the 2 same colors, so it does not matter in which direction you do it, as long as it gets 2 knots. Then here, 2 knots to the left, mirror image of what we just did, and then again 2 knots to the left. Alright, then on to row number 7. You can bring back the strings. Row number 7 is a pretty simple row, just 3 knots to the right on the first 3 pairs, and then 3 to the left. So we've got 1, we've got 2, and then last pair we've got 3. One side. Then you got to do 3 to the left once you reach the middle. Grab the first pair and just reverse the knots. So we've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3. These knots you can really do however it's easier for you. I find it easier to do it this way, but if you guys find it easier to do another way, you can do it like that. So that was row number 7. Now for row number 8, we got to get rid of the sides. And row number 8 has the complicated knots again. So you're going to take the first pair, and the first one you're going to make to the right. The second one you're going to make to the left. That's the first one. And now the second one, exact same knot. First one to the right, second one to the left. And now last one, I'm going to do the 2 middle ones. They can be however you want. Alright, and now we're going to do 1 to the left and 1 to the right, mirror image of what we just did. And don't forget to tighten your knots if you ever think that they're loose. And then you can do 1 to the left, 1 to the right. Alright, that's row 8. We're going to do row 9 and row 10, and then I'll be posting the pattern on the screen so you guys can finish the rest. Alright, so next we've just done row number 8. So now on to row number 9. It's 3 knots to the left and then 3 knots to the right. So first one to the left, second one to the left, third one to the left, and then you want to do 3 to the right once you get to the middle. So first one to the right, second one to the right. I have a problem with the string. And then third one, last one to the right. And then you are done with row number 9. Now the last row that we're going to be doing is row number 10. So you can get rid of the sides. And now we can do first one to the left and to the right. Then next one again, left and then right. And then you can notice that the ones in the middle are both the same color, so you can knot them however you like. Then to reflect what you just did on the other side, so the first one is going to be to the right and then to the left. and then last knot on row 10, first one will be to the left, to the right, and then to the left. And that's the end of row 10, and now you can complete the rest. I'll put the pattern in a second. So as you can see, you are making quite a bit of progress. You can compare it to my models and you'll see that it's getting there. So the entire pattern is 36 rows long. Right, so now to take a little break from knotting, I'm going to teach you how to read bracelet patterns. So we just finished row number 10. So let's take a look at row number 11. So you can see that there's 3 different types of knots that you will see on this paper. There's these types, there's that type, there's those types, and there's those types. So this first type is just a straightforward knot. This is the one that we've been learning. So I'll do this row. So it's just like this. This is what the forward knot is, right? Then you can see that row 11 has 3 forward knots and then 3 backward knots. So I'll just do that. 3 knots, just like so. And then 3, once you reach the middle, it's always reverse, because you want to make it even, symmetrical on both sides. And then 3 backward knots to finish the row. So once I finish this row, I'll just do a demo of all the 3 knots, even if it doesn't say it on the pattern. So we did all 3 of the knots. It's just that knot right now. So the first, we just demonstrated these 2 knots. And so the last knot is this one. So this knot is really easy. All you have to do is, the first one, you do it in this direction. And then the second one, you do it in this direction. So it's first one is this way, second one is that way. And that's how you read a pattern. So we just did row number 11. We did 1 through 11. So you guys can go ahead and do 12 to 18 all by your own. You can pause the video right now to copy that. And once you're done with that, you can do 19 all the way to 36. So you can see this. And once you're done 36, you can repeat all the way as much as you want so that the bracelet covers you about this much of your wrist to leave the back part open. And once I'm finished with that, I'll come back to show you how to close it. Alright guys, I just finished braiding how much I wanted of my bracelet. I did 36 rows and then another 18 because my wrist isn't that large, but if your wrist is bigger, you can continue for longer. So now I'm going to be showing you how to finish it. So I'm first gonna take it off of the book that I taped this on. Right, and we can remove the book from here. And now I'm just going to put it on the table, like so. So now you can see what I'm going to do is I'm going to part it in half, and then I'm going to just start a regular 3-part braid, just like so, just a simple braid. And this, I'm going to continue until the end, just braiding. Take your time to make the braid nice and even. If it's not even, it won't look good. So you want to make sure that it's nice and even. I like making the braids pretty long. I still had quite a lot of string left over. If you didn't have that much, just braid until your shortest string finishes. It's better to be longer than shorter. This closure is good if you're making it for someone else because you don't know how long their wrist is and you don't want to make it, like if you do it with a button, it has to be an exact length. This way you can pretty much make it as long or as short. Once they get it, they can alter the length. And just to make sure you guys can still see it, I'm going to take off the tape and tape the bracelet there. So I'm going to make it a little bit longer, and then I'm going to tie it off. I still had a lot of spare string though, so here I'm going to put on some other color combos that you might want to use, or Alright, so once I'm going to make the braid around this long because one of my strings are about to end. So I'm going to make a regular knot, and you want to pull it until there's no more braid. Alright, just like so. And now I'll be back once I did this exact same braid on this. Guys, so now you're on the last step. I just finished all of the braids, and now you're going to double pull them just to make sure that they're tight, the knots. And then what you want to do is you want to take your scissor and cut this even. You can remove this spare yarn, string, you don't need it anymore. And now again, tie the other one, and then you want to hold it out, hold it together, and cut it in the same spot. Get rid of this. Alright, and now you have one side finished, and now do the other side. Tighten it. And then the other one, tighten it. Check the length of, and then just trim it together. Alright, and you can get rid of that. And that is a completed arrowhead bracelet. Here I will bring all of the ones that I've made. So if you want to be inspired with different color combinations, here you have them. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this video, and share it to other people who you think might like this. Also, you can post in the comment section down below what other hobbies you would like to learn. Maybe I know them or I'll learn them, and I'll start trying to post some videos. And yeah, that's all for today. See you next time. Bye!